Batman Crusader, episode 6, titled Dark Ride. And this one's quite interesting because we're dealing with the supernatural here. Well, all the other characters, Harley Quinn, Catwoman, uh, like the closest to sort of a supernatural was Clayface, but you can kind of buy Clayface. It's like, oh, a needle. Okay, he has a clay, pun noted, a clay face. Well, this one we're doing with the supernatural. We're doing with the Gentleman Horseman, who is a character who was like this is a character I don't know much of. I just know they exist. So let me just give you a little bit of rundown. So the first appearance of this character was way back in the day, um, in the original when Jay Garrick was the Flash, in 1947 in the Flash Comics issue 88. And the whole concept of him is that he is the opposite of a Robin Hood. He is he was a greedy man, a greedy rich man who stole from the poor and believes there's a middle class system. And I get it in the 40s makes sense because you had the bloody hell, the living crisis back then. I the Yeah, you had the living crisis back then, and so probably at the time the concept of a rich guy stealing for the poor, was it's bad, but it's really up there, and that's what the episode is about. Essentially, gentleman, the the gentleman ghost is just showing up and stealing money from the poor. And at the beginning, Batman's like, look, it's probably some guy, it's probably some stupid dude thing where it looks like a ghost, but not actually. But it turns out it's actually a ghost. It's actually a ghost. And you just accept it. But look, I'm like, Batman the Animated Series would do that. Like, okay, we would get like a penguin and a Joker, mostly Joker, and like, but then occasionally you get Clayface or Poison Ivy or Man Bat. I mean, the first episode, the animated series, Batman fighting Man Bat. So it's clearly taking those routes. Whereas, like, hey, sometimes we're going to have most of the time we're going to have the more grounded characters, the more grounded villains, as much as you can make a Batman show as grounded as possible. But we're going to go there. I mean, there's basically two plots. I mean, you got the Harvey Dent plot, which is Harvey is going down in votes. People are losing trust of him, and the mafia, mainly youth, Whipping Fawn, is like, hey, I can help. I can help. I can do some bits and pieces that can make those numbers up. And Harvey Dent. The weird thing about Harvey Dent is like at the beginning of the show, he is this like sneezy, clear, and he's like, "When I'm mayor, I'll do this and this and this. You're gonna thank me when I'm mayor." I'm like, God, this version of Harvey is sneezy. Can we get the good guy again? I want the trash. I feel like when he comes into Two Face, I'm like, yeah, that's what you fucking deserve. That's what it feels like to me. Versus the, oh no, Harvey, oh no, you're such a good guy, and now I know you're going to, go evil and all that. But yeah, but with Harvey, you just, I don't know what he's thinking because he acts like the more modern, the more additional Harvey Dent when he's towards the press, and you can kind of tell that the people on the train. There's a scene where he's talking to reporters on a train, and you can tell everyone's like, okay, I can smell the BS here. I can smell the BS here. So it's kind of also showing that Harvey Dent. It's like, what happens if Harvey Dent's not the most popular guy? What if Harvey Dent is like, if for some people he isn't the bright knight of Gotham? What if the crack with the second face is, pun not intended, the second face is peeling off, and so people can smell it. And that's great. I was like, the Harvey stuff is quite, I won't lie, is quite intriguing. I won't lie. When it comes to, once again, Joe and Jack, we deal with the supernatural, you can also feel the Bruce does care about Alfred, but he's very guarded. He's very shielded up, because in this episode, Alfred sacrificed himself in a way, and you can tell he really cares. And of course, and Bruce, and as Batman, he's like, Alfred, what are you doing? What are you doing? And you feel the first time, because the other episodes he just treats Alfred like shit. And while this version of Batman, you feel like he is trying to make, it's the classic thing. Yeah, he says this to Barbara in the last episode, which is, what makes you restless is your personal connection with Dr. Quinzel. I think that's what he's doing. He's like, I'm going to try my hardest to not care about anyone, because if I care about people, I'm going to become restless. And I feel like this is going to be the story of Bruce realizing, like, it's okay. It's okay to open up. It's okay to do that. Because you can tell Alfred is taking a lot of shit. I'm like, you can tell he cares about Bruce dearly. But again, if I had like a 10-year-old kid telling me I'm going to actually, like, saying you will help me, I'm like, yes, I will help you. I'm supposed to become dressed like a bat. I will. What parts of the globe do you want to travel to learn to fight? And that. But yeah, you know what, oddly enough, I think even though I enjoyed the episode, I kind of feel, this is just my knee-jerk reaction, I feel like this might be the weakest episode so far. Even though I like it, like, hey, all the episodes I like, but like, I feel maybe it's the weakest, just because it's like, but so far, I feel like you have to kind of build it up. I mean, you have to kind of build it up to have this kind of supernatural, but like a season 2 type thing. But you never know what they have planned for season 2. But anyway, comment below what you thought of this episode.